Thank you, dear viewers, for staying with Nile TV International, and we're still covering the latest regarding the Gaza situation and the Palestinian cause as the world awaits Hamas's response to the plan proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump regarding Gaza. And with us now, live over the phone, is Dr. Ahmed Safty, international relations expert. Dr. Safty, good evening. Thank you for your time. My first question to you, sir, is the plan presented to the 8 Arab and Muslim representatives of 8 Arab Muslim countries who met with Mr. Trump in New York, is it the same one that was presented to the Israeli Prime Minister, the war crime suspect?
Well, frankly speaking, this is a question which no one knows exactly the proper answer for it, because we have 3 parties in here. We have President Trump, he's meeting with the presidents and the prime ministers and the important, influential in the Arab world and Islamic world politicians. And we have Hamas, and we have Netanyahu meeting with President Trump. Each one of the 3 claims that he had a proper plan, but each one claims that the plan which was offered to him is different than what was said in that meeting.
Yeah.
So if you'd like really to know how, to what extent or where exactly is the truth, I think this is very tough to find out.
Okay.
But this is not the most important part. The most important part is how to solve the problem itself.
Right. So what do you think, what do you, sir, think of the plan, of the 20 points, the 21? What do you think of the plan?
Well, personally speaking, whatever gets this problem solved, I'm going to approve too. Because the problem now is not Hamas. What Israel is saying is not right. The problem is not Hamas. Israel is not killing Hamas soldiers, by the way. We have all seen Hamas soldiers getting out from the ground, from the tunnels and so on, very healthy and very powerful when they give the hostages. Who are really being punished are the Palestinian people themselves, who did not join Hamas from the very beginning.
Right.
Now, let's imagine this. We have Gaza Strip, we have a huge number of people living in Gaza Strip who are divided into 2 parts. 95% are against Hamas, are people who did not join Hamas and who did not by any means have any cooperation of what happened at October 7th. And we have 5% who are related to Hamas. Those 5% are not harmed by any way. They are either in the tunnels or they are somewhere safe. As a clue for this, Israel until now, after almost 2 years, could not free one hostage without a deal. That means that the place where the hostage and Hamas people are in is not touched, okay? But who is dying everywhere? Who is dying every day? Those 95% who did not join Hamas, who rejects Hamas, are being punished.
The
so
civilians, yes.
Speaking,
yeah,
this is the idea. This civilians.
Yeah, the defenseless civilians, the women, the children,
and most
the
of
elderly.
them, by the way, are anti-Hamas people, by the way.
Yeah.
Most of those civilians are anti-Hamas. They did not join Hamas.
Okay.
If they joined Hamas, they would not have suffered the fact, they would not have suffered that number of casualties.
I
they
understand.
would have been where Hamas is safe right now.
I understand, of course, what you're saying, sir. So in your personal view, the priority is to hold the bloodshed, and because this will hold the bloodshed and it will prevent the displacement, I mean, it's clear, the plan is clear against the displacement of Palestinians from their lands, and it's also clear when it says no annexation of the West Bank. But the other, those who would oppose the plan would tell you, what are the guarantees, Dr. Safty, that this will hold the bloodshed? Because there is no timetable for the withdrawal of Israelis. So they can say, so let's hypothetically assume that there will be a disarmament of Hamas. Hypothetically assume. So even if this process happens, Israel could say, well, there is the rifle here, or this bomb there, or this rocket somewhere else in, you know, in some deep tunnel somewhere here. So, and they would break the ceasefire, and the bloodshed would continue. That's as far as the bloodshed is concerned. The displacement, Israel could even, you know, because it hasn't kept any promise. I mean, that's the history. So they could continue to push Palestinians to the south, near Rafah, near the Egyptian border, even after such a plan is is implemented, at least in the very early stages. No annexation. People will respond. Some would say, well, actually, on the ground, there is a de facto annexation. It's not about paper. So,
Okay.
so what would you, how would you respond to these fears, Dr.
Okay.
Safty?
Okay, first of all, why is Egypt against the displacement? Okay? Because we want to maintain the regional stability. What I mean is, what's happening now in Gaza and the scenario of the displacement is not only harming Palestine or Egypt. No, it's going to be a cause for a huge crisis that could destabilize whole of the region itself, the Middle East region itself. Egypt sees itself as well, most of the mediators does, they see Egypt as a main role player at the Israeli-Palestinian conflict that grants its influence and diplomatic leverage. What I think of, if I were in the shoes of Hamas, if I were
Yes.
one of those people who take the decision, I would have stated it very clearly that we are going to approve any plan that is approved by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Egypt. So don't ask us whether we approve or not. Just negotiate with the three main role players in this conflict, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and before all of them, Egypt. If those three countries approve any solution, we as Hamas, we are going to approve it and follow it. By this, no one is going to wait for a reply from Hamas. Okay? And those three countries are going to be the grantors of whatever the solution they are going to approve. Now, you would ask me, why would Israel approve or keep its promise if
Yes.
those three countries are going to give guarantees?
Okay.
I would tell you something. Those
Okay.
three countries are the most three important countries to USA in the area here, in the Middle East area.
Plus
Okay.
Turkey. Plus Turkey.
That's right. Okay? So if they approve a solution, they are going to have the proper guarantees from USA and from Europe that this solution is going to be in place.
Okay.
The game which is played right now, Mr. Trump gives a solution that Netanyahu likes, and it sounds like everyone is going to like it. But frankly, when it goes to Hamas, well, Hamas, you have to approve this. What Hamas has to approve is different from what has been said to Netanyahu or what has been said to a third party. Now, let's take one of the parties out from this formula. Let's take Hamas out from this formula. Whether they accept or not, they will delegate their acceptance to those three countries. So the solution they are going to reach is going to be guaranteed from USA and from Europe. In this case, Israel will not be able not to follow the plan or the solution which is approved.
Okay.
Okay.
One final question, Dr. Safty. Some see this plan because Mr. Trump will be heading the so-called Peace Council of Gaza, and then Mr. Blair will be the executive director of running Gaza, as we understand, according to the plan. So they would say that this is some sort of American or British mandate over Gaza. Others would say what's happening threatens the roadmap for a future Palestinian state, because you're isolating Gaza, you're isolating the Palestinian Authority, you're dividing Palestinian lands geographically, and you're also dissolving, Palestinian leadership. So how would you also respond to these fears? Again, fears.
I would say very clearly that no solution is going to be permanent in this part of the world. I mean, whatever is the solution which is on the table right now, this is not a permanent solution. This is a temporary solution for the situation we are in. And I can know for sure, 100%, that Egypt is not going to approve any solution that is not going to guarantee the independence of Palestine itself. Okay? Maybe for the next 1 year, for the next 2 years or 3 years, there will be a position or a situation which is not approved by everyone. But now let's look after that. Let's look after 5 years. For example, when President Sadat went to the peace treaty at 1977, everyone was thinking that this peace treaty is not going to take place, and if it does, Egypt is going to let its land and so on. It took a huge number of years until this treaty, I mean, it showed how much beneficial it is. Okay? This is the idea.
Okay.
We need a solution. If it's not permanent, if it's going to solve the situation right now, we are seeing the blood running everywhere in Gaza. We are seeing people dying every day. This scenery should not be acceptable and should not be a regular thing. I think now people are seeing what's happening, and they think inside themselves, what's new? This happened yesterday, the day before yesterday. I mean, the sceneries of dead people and of orphanage starving for food is becoming regular. If people see it in the TV, it's like we have seen this before. 100, 200, 300, it's almost now 600 days we have been seeing these scenes. If these scenes continue more than that, it will become regular and common, which cannot go.
Yes.
This is not right. We need to reach a solution. If it's not perfect, as long as it's better than the situation we're in right now, we need to start working on it, and we are going to adhere it afterwards. Step by step as we move, we are going to develop other solutions, other steps as well.
All right.
Exactly like what happened with Egypt at the peace treaty, as I said before.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you,
Ahmed Safty, the expert on international relations. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your insight, Dr. Safty. And thank you, dear viewers, for watching us. In less than 10 minutes' time, we'll be back with Panorama News here on Nile TV. Please stay with us.